A nice day. Today is Tuesday, 7th of May 2024. This day is celebrated as World Athletics Day. World Athletics Day is observed on 7th May to raise the awareness about sports among youth in schools and institutions, to promote athletics as a primary sport and to introduce new talent and youngsters in the field of athletics. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that a Congress narrative that challenged BJP's hard Hinduism stand in Telangana. A large part of Telangana election campaign is centered on the reservation issue, which has spread like a wildfire across the country. The Saffron Party has been rattled by Chief Minister Ravanath Reddy's use of the reservation issue, which has grabbed the attention of the country, say Congress strategists. When Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal arrived in Hyderabad for a meeting with the party leaders a fortnight ago to outline a campaign strategy against the Bharatiya Janata Party, he would hardly have expected the kind of vitriolic attacks that the two parties have engaged in over the issue of the reservation, which has now caught the country's attention. The powerful political narrative pushed by Chief Minister A. Ravanath Reddy in his election campaign has seemingly left the BJP rattled, so much so that even Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah have had to take up cudgels on behalf of the party. The Hindu News World states that the voice of Hindustan continues to echo in Patiali. Polling staff carrying election material pose for a picture as they leave for their respective polling stations on the eve of the third phase voting in Lok Sabha polls in Kasgang on May 6, 2024. In the battle of iconography, Amir Khosrow is in danger of getting reduced to a Muslim in his hometown, but locals seek development and the right to disagree. As the polarization pitch gets shriller with every passing phase, the sleepy town in Kasganj district of the elected Lok Sabha seat in the central Uttar Pradesh stands like a wind-swept post of syncretic culture. In the birthplace of the 13th century mystic poet Amir Khosrow, popularly called Tote Hind, voice of Hindustan, the labyrinthine lanes led to an old mosque that shares its wall with a modest Ram Leela crown. There has never been a disruption. Sometimes we delay our namaz at our order. They pause their performance for our prayers. It is all about the accommodation. Anwar Ali, a social activist with a deep interest in politics and literature, said. The Hindu News World states that JKAP's Altaf Bukhari makes bid to win over the separatists in Srinagar's old city. Apni party president Altaf Bukhari, along with the other leaders, carried out a road show as a part of the election campaign in old city Srinagar on May 6, 2024. Bukhari has become the first mainstream leader since 1990 to offer prayers inside the Jamia Masjid, which once was the center of separatist politics. JNK Apni Party chairman Altaf Bukhari on Monday made an attempt to reach out to those living in the parts of Srinagar's old city that they are considered to be the separatist hubs. Mr. Bukhari held a roadshow from the Dastigir Sahib shrine to historic Jamia Masjid in Srinagar's Nowhatta area. He offered a prayer at the mosque where Hurriyat chairman Mirwais Omar Farooq is the head clerk. The Hindu News World states that Rajasthan Chief Minister felicitates candidates selected in Central Civil Service. Youth selected in 2023 UPSC exam at a facilitation function in Jaipur on May 6, 2024. The young officers who attend the function share their views on issue of women empowerment, education system, and state tourism at all. Rajasthan Chief Minister Bhajan Lal Sharma on Monday felicitated candidates from the state selected in the Central Civil Services after passing out the 2023 Union Public Service Commission's examination. Mr. Sharma greeted the young officers at a function in Jaipur by dressing them in the turbans and shawls and presenting mementos to them. Mr. Sharma said it was a matter of pride that a large number of youngsters from Rajasthan has been selected in the country's most prestigious civil service exam. Swami Vivekananda had said that 21st century belongs to India. We are observing today that the great Seer's vision is coming true, he said. The Hindu newspaper also states that India and indispensably strategic partner Australian envoy, says Philip Green, Australian envoy in India. Philip Green said the Indo-Pacific region is experiencing superpower competition and boundary disputes are intensifying. Any bilateral relationship can exercise occasional speed bumps, but our strategic, economic, and people-to-people partnerships with India are very strong, said Philip Green, Australian envoy to India. I am very confident we will move ahead with a great velocity in the years to come. The envoy refused to answer questions on intelligence matters. Last week, Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong said Australia will uphold its democratic values in the face of foreign interference. She was responding to reports that India had at one point in the past operated a nest of spies on Australian soil. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC, has reported that Indian spies were kicked out after they were caught trying to steal secrets about sensitive defense projects and airport security. The Hindu newspaper also states that Hezbollah says fires at Israel after the East Lebanon strike. A Lebanese woman mourns as she holds a frame with the portraits of two victims who were among the four civilians from the same family that killed on Sunday by Israeli strikes in Beirut. Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah have exchanged regular cross-border fire incidents. The Palestinian militant group Hamas's unprecedented October 7 attack on southern Israel sparked war in the Gaza Strip. Lebanese officials and media said an Israeli strike on May 6 wounded the three people in the country's east, with the Hezbollah saying it launched dozens of Katyusha rockets at an Israeli base in retaliation. Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah have exchanged regular cross-border fire since the Palestinian militant group Hamas's unprecedented October 7 attack on the southern Israel sparked war in the Gaza Strip. Going Roads Hindustan Times newspaper states that BJP's 400+ slogan, a realistic one, India blocks X-ray desires will lead to recession, Rajnath Singh. Defense Minister and Lucknow Member of Parliament Rajnath Singh says the lower turnout is not against the BJP. Two Dalit narratives in Kagre heartland. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge addresses a public meeting ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Supreme Court dismisses women army officers' contempt plea over the discrimination in the promotion. The Supreme Court on Monday dismissed a contempt petition filed by 30 women army officers who said that a special selection board that considered that their promotion in January violated the court's November 2023 order requiring them to be considered independent of those empaneled for promotion in January that year. The petitioners alleged discrimination vis-a-vis male officers in promotion as colonels. Swine flu outbreak in Assam. 13-month-old girl dies. Several others hospitalized for representation purpose or image. A sudden outbreak of the H1N1 swine flu claimed the life of a 13-month-old girl in Assam's Barak Valley, while several others have been admitted to Silchar Medical College and a hospital SMCH after contracting the disease, officials in the state health department said. Now going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, GST exemplifies cooperative federalism, empowering states. The monthly gross GST collections have been picking pace, recently crossing a landmark of Rs 2 lakh crore as per the month data for April released on May 1st by the Finance Ministry. From business point of view, permanent deletion of transactions can help make a e-rupee anonymous. Shaktikant Das, Reserve Bank of India Governor. In February this year, Das announced the offline and programmability features of the CBDC. Governor Shaktikant Das on Monday said that the permanent deletion of transaction can make the e-rupee or central bank digital currency CBDC become an anonymous and make it at par with the paper currency. From banking and finance point of view, draft project finance norms banks may need 0.5 to 3% additional provisioning. Project finance refers to the method of funding in which the lender looks primarily to the revenues generated by a single project, both as the source of the repayment and as a security for the loan. The Reserve Bank of India's proposed norms to tighten project financing, which has recommended an increased standard asset provisioning of up to 5% on loans, is likely to result in an additional provisioning of 0.5 to 3% of banks' net worth. CET1 ratio is measurement of the bank's core equity capital compared with its risk-weight assets. It shows a bank's ability to withstand any financial stress. 1 basis point is 1/100th of a percentage point. Going towards the world news, including unused European Union recovery funds should go towards the defense policy ministry said. Holocaust researchers use artificial intelligence to search for unnamed victims. Russia drone attack disrupts power supply to part of Ukraine's Sumy region. Russia announced nuclear weapon drills after an angry exchange with senior Western officials. In China, ruled by men, women quietly find a powerful voice. Australia accuses China of unsafe behavior when a fighter jet released flares in a helicopter's path. Going towards the science and tech, mouth bacteria has starting role in colorectal cancer study finds. Representative FINA7 and FINA2 strain is co-cultured with the human colon cancer cells. The grid shows the resulted computational analysis of the confocal imaging, independent masks for cancer, epithelial cells gray and intracellular bacterial cells FINA7 green and FINA2 lavender were generated. The masks were used to calculate the percentage cancer cells with intracellular FINA. The scale bar is 20 micrometer. Here is the image. Experts said that the study's finding could be used to develop tests to detect colorectal cancer early and develop targeted therapies. The bacteria known as Fusobacterium nucleatum live in the human mouth and are rarely found elsewhere. But in case of cancer, the colon or the rectum, the bacteria are found in tumors in the gut where they have help cancer cells escape from the immune system and spread to other parts of the body. What is carbon farming? A worker loads fertilizer into a tank attached to a large drone, preparing to spray it in the rice fields in Long and a province in the southern Vietnam's Mekong Delta on January 2nd. Carbon farming. Carbon is found in all living organisms and many minerals. It is fundamental to life on Earth and plays a crucial role in various processes, including photosynthesis, respiration, and a carbon cycle. Farming is the practice of cultivating land, raising crops, and livestock for food, fiber, fuel, or other resources. It encompasses a wide range of activities, from the planting and harvesting crops to managing livestock and maintaining agricultural infrastructure. Carbon farming combines these two concepts by implementing regenerative agricultural practices that restore ecosystem health while improving agricultural productivity and soil health, and mitigating climate change by enhancing carbon storage in the agricultural landscape and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The practice is easy to adopt across various agroclimatic zones. It can also help ameliorate soil degradation, water scarcity, and challenges related to climate variability. Google will update its policy banning advertising services that help users create synthetic content that has been altered or generated to be sexually explicit or contain nudity. Google is updating its ads policy that will prohibit sites or applications using generative deepfake or pornography to promote their services on its platform. Such services include instructions on how to create a deepfake pornography, endorsing or comparing deepfake pornography services. Currently, Google has a ban on sexually explicit ads, but the company has not banned advertisers from the promoting services that people can use to make a fake deep fake porn and other forms of generated news, which the company is looking to fix with updated policy. A person lying down prepares to undergo an magnetic resonance impact scan instrument scan while an operator standing prepares for the test. An MRI procedure reveals an image of a body part using the hydrogen atoms in that part. The story so far: for those trying to look inside the human body without a surgery, magnetic resonance imaging is an indispensable tool. The underlying techniques were worked out in the early 1970s. Later the same decade, Paul Latrobe and Peter Mansfield refined them to pave the way of their commercial use. For these efforts, they were awarded the Medicine Nobel Prize in 2003. Speaking the significance of the technique and its place in modern medical diagnostics, Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, expressed his contentment with India's growing development community underlying Apple's holistic approach. From science and tech, also, India has become a key market for global tech giants, with a burgeoning developer base attracting significant attention. The Cook, CEO of Apple, expressed his contentment with India's growing developer community underlying Apple's holistic approach, covering everything from developer support to market strategies and operational efficiency. MOS Electronics and Technology, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Minister of Service, Electronics and Technology, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, tweeted that the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, has said, "We have been very pleased that there is a rapidly growing base of developers in India. Apple is working on the entire ecosystem from developer to the market operations, the whole thing." From artificial intelligence point of view, Open Artificial Intelligence could officially launch its ChatGPT search engine in the coming days, challenging Google's dominance. Open Artificial Intelligence reportedly developing its alternative to Google's search engine, which could be launched in the coming days. The doubled ChatGPT in search engine, according to a post on Y Combinator's Hacker News community. The company behind the popular artificial intelligence chatbot registered a new domain name, searchchatgpt.com, along with a security certificate. At last, there's a famous quotation said by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, born Keshav Gangadhar Tilak, who was born actually on 23rd of July 1856 up to 1st of August 1920, endured a Lokmanya, was an Indian nationalist, teacher and an independent activist. He was one-third of the Lal Bal triumvirate. The British colonial authorities called him the father of the Indian unrest. He was also conferred with the title of Lokmanya, which means accepted by the people as their leader. Mahatma Gandhi called him the maker of the modern India. Tilak was one of the first and strongest advocates of Swaraj, self-rule, and a strong radical in Indian consciousness. He is known for his quote in Marathi, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it." He formed a close alliance with many Indian National Congress leaders, including Bipin Chandra Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai, Aurobindo Ghosh, V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He says a famous quotation says that the problem is not the lack of resources or capability, but the lack of will. Okay, thank you.